Olá a todos e bem-vindos a mais um episódio de StarField aqui no Jogar com DragonWolf. Eu sei que nós já não temos um episódio de StarField há algum tempo porque nós demos prioridade ao No Man's Sky, mas agora estamos de volta. Não sei durante quanto tempo, porque eu estou a pensar em fazer umas modificações no canal. Mas para já hoje vamos ter um episódio e logo se fará. Ok, então a nossa missão é Speak to Neva. Então Speak to Neva e o nosso objetivo está aqui perto. Vamos lá falar com ela.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Ok, vamos lá falar com a Neva.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
What
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sério?
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
Ok.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
Vai,
Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rate getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Ok.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson.
Ok.
Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Keep. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway, I'll tell you all
Quick
about the
release.
key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Ok, vamos lá ver.
All right. History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Certo. Ok. Loading screen. Vini.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lot. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place.
Okay.
After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
Don't
On
even
the
try
right,
to rip me
got
off.
Bradley from the
I know
trade
value when I see it.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Misra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood, the money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll need creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
Okay.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Essentially,
Okay.
but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
Okay.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Bugin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner.
Okay.
There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Or that was easy. Okay.
Getting into the system is a piece of cake. Getting out? Not so much. Anyway, I need you to listen up. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Okay.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Okay.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Birth game.
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
Eu não apontei para ninguém, só estava a fazer tiro ao alvo. Cartuchos de graça. Ok. Vamos lá construir aqui isto. Lá ver quem é. Ok. Esta one.
Ah, there's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Of course we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think again. Our influence, our money, our respect comes from meticulous planning and every last soul in the fleet following my orders to the letter. That is why you need to learn to place the fleet before everything.
Ok. Vamos fazer esta piada.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Where are we
Oh,
going?
God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
Ok. Vamos perguntar quem é
Before
o
Crix
Crix.
left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Sistef.
Ok, what if it's right and Crix's legacy isn't real? Vamos perguntar este.
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
Ok, então... Vamos
Listen
perguntar
to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Certo.
Strange words coming from a pirate. You steal what is not yours because it is easy, no? But perhaps I am mistaken.
Ainda te vais...
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Ok. Vamos ver.
Need something?
Eu acho que agora nós temos é que ir para a nossa base, a nossa nave. Deve ser aquela ali. Vamos aqui andar um bocado às voltas a ver se a gente descobre. Ok.
Rook?
Isto são os quartos. Foi logo. Pois. Pronto, nós subimos e viemos para aqui, portanto tem que ser para baixo.
Bog's grog is fine if you like cheap moonshine. You'll be in the herd around Loga and I'm...
I just made him back the crazy own him. I should have just shipped him and been done with it. Yeah, that was your first mistake.
Bem pessoal, não sei se vocês estão a notar, mas eu estou assim um bocado cansado hoje. Eu quis vir aqui fazer, dar aqui um bocadinho de avanço no StarField para ver como é que corria, mas está visto que mais uma vez eu estou um bocado cansado e estou aqui a fazer um esforço para progredir. Portanto, em vez de estar para aqui a dizer asneiras quando uma pessoa está cheia de sono e está-se a tentar manter acordado, acabamos por dizer asneiras e não dizer as coisas coisa com coisa. Portanto, eu em vez de estar aqui, pronto, a gente já avançou aqui um bocadinho, só um bocadinho na missão, ouvimos aqui estas conversas todas, não foi muita coisa, mas é como eu digo, eu estou a pensar em fazer aqui umas mudanças no canal, porque ultimamente isto tem sido um bocado intenso para mim com a vida pessoal, tem sido um bocado difícil manter os episódios no ar a tempo e horas. Aliás, há muitos episódios que têm entrado no ar ou diretamente ou praticamente no mesmo dia, e eu não gosto de ter assim esse tipo de stress, porque é mais um stress que eu tenho na minha vida, que posso dispensar, porque afinal uma pessoa tem trabalho, tem a família e por aí fora. Portanto, para tentar evitar um bocado esse stress, eu estava a pensar em alterar a maneira que as coisas, que a gente faz as coisas. Não sei se vou fazer tudo. É que eu vou ver. Não sei se vou gravar mais episódios ou tentar fazer uma série de cada vez. Se calhar é mais fácil, a gente concentra-se mais do que andar aqui assim, aos bocadinhos em cada uma. De qualquer maneira, eu tenho que repensar e depois acabo por vos dizer.
It would seem that none of the wealth stolen over the decades has been spent on upkeep for the station.
Portanto, hoje vamos ficar por aqui. Eu vou ver se descanso, vou ver se no outro dia faço um episódio maior e entretanto depois eu devo anunciar como é que vai ser o novo formato do canal. Se vocês tiveram-me a aturar até agora, obrigado por isso. Espero que seja merecedor do vosso like, e não se esqueçam de deixar de subscrever para saber quando é que saem os próximos vídeos. Se o vosso interesse for só StarField, senão vocês sabem que eu vou libertando de vídeos. Sendo assim, ficamos por aqui e fiquem bem. Até à próxima. DragonWolf. Tchauzinho.